Back recording the cat a bit. You know what I'm saying? Back on the motherfucking podcast tip.
Hey.
Yeah, he made it all it look like. That's good. All right, so back shit. What the fuck was we talking about? We was talking about Megan and Tory and
Can
Megan
you
beating his
survive?
ass.
Fuck them. Fuck the niggas. Can you survive
Right. There
getting
we
his
go.
ass and keep your pussy? I don't think so.
Exactly. There we go. Can you survive? That's the question. The question is, can you stay, ladies? Can you stay with your
If you're not
man?
a professional boxer, absolutely not. The only person who can do that is a professional boxer. Because, right?
See, that's not fair. Because that's a fair fight, right? That's two equal fighters who get into a fight and one loses. What if it's two equal men who get into a fight, one loses? You know what I'm saying? That should be fair. Because that's like saying we got to think of some shit then to say like if a chick loses this, that's like saying if a chick is more prettier, if a chick's prettier than you, then shit, we out.
Let me clarify. It's not about you winning against a random guy. But let's say you lose against the side nigga or the baby daddy or the main nigga. It's that type of shit. You can't lose in them type of fights.
Okay. So you talking about if it's literally you fighting over the chick.
Right. If you fighting over the chick and you fucking lose, that's it. You lost the bitch.
Okay, that's a little bit clearer for me. Okay, then we agree on that. I agree on that. You got to make that commitment at that point. But then I feel like you got to also, and this is why I always say never fight over no pussy, because you got to know that the nigga who lost the pussy, I guarantee you is probably thinking about coming back and shooting you.
Damn, niggas, they gotta win, nigga. I don't fucking win.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I know, see, nigga, wait. I know a lot of niggas who are willing to steal, kill, or do whatever the fuck over some pussy, over love. So
like that lady who blew her fucking self up over that car, dumb bitch.
That's what I'm saying.
That bitch who blew her ass up. But that's what I'm talking about. When you about to fight over the dick, you gotta have that type of loyalty and decency. That's what you have to do. I'm not losing this fight. I'm blowing something the fuck up, okay?
Nah.
That just blew up.
Nah.
But that's the level of commitment you gotta have, though. Because I bet you, he probably thinking about her pussy right now. Even though she's locked up, that nigga probably like, damn, she did have some good pussy.
Yeah, some fire pussy.
Like, damn, she crazy, but I like that shit.
I ain't fighting over no motherfucking pussy. You know why I ain't gonna fight over the pussy? I'm the only time I'm fighting over the pussy, and it's not even really fighting over the pussy, is if the chick has made the decision to fuck with me and the nigga can't get over it and he like, yo, I want to fight you. Then it's like, I'm just going to defend myself from this fight. But if my chick decides I'm out,
but what is
I ain't got no beef with that nigga. Like, I ain't fighting over that. Over the pussy.
Yeah, but what if the nigga decides he want to fight and then all of a sudden you fucking get your ass whooped? You don't choose when you get your ass whooped. Once you engage.
Hey. It be like that. At that point, then hey, you know what I'm saying? At that point, again, you're in the same situation. The chick has decided to leave. If she has decided to leave, then fuck it. What am I gonna do? I ain't gonna fight the nigga over it.
I did that before.
You thought it was
I gave a nigga a nice potato chip rack ass whooping.
What happened? What happened with that? You gotta tell a story on that one.
Pretty much. And my baby mom split. Mm-hmm. Dude was messing with her. I wasn't really even mad at the fact that he was messing with her. But it's the fact that he had mentioned something on Facebook and he said something, you know, oh, nigga, you should be happy I'm taking care of your daughter type shit.
Oh, shit.
So once he said that, all bets are off.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But see, that's not even fighting over the pussy. That's just disrespect.
Yeah,
he's disrespected. Yeah, I ain't fighting over the pussy. And like you wanted the pussy back. If you wanted it back, then you fight over the pussy.
But I got his.
Did you secretly want it back?
Nah, I got his.
Do you think that after that, do you think that she wanted you back? Like, damn, you whooping niggas' ass there. Do you think she wanted it back after that?
Facts.
After I whipped his ass, I got the chick he was with.
Okay, so but that's my point, because she
That's
probably
true.
looked at him like, damn, you got your ass took by a bear. Now you got the whole fucking village, right? Because then it's like, I would fuck with bear. What the fuck you do? You ain't gonna whoop his ass. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. So yeah, and I guess in a sense, shit, you fought over the pussy, but it wasn't the baby boss pussy. It was that nigga chick pussy.
Exactly. Like it could go either way.
You
Either
fought
gonna
over the
take
pussy
this
by
pussy or the
default.
old pussy. Either way, you leaving a fight with something when you win.
Man, listen, I say it like this, man. I ain't no motherfucking UFC fighter. I ain't got no business fighting on these motherfucking streets. Fuck that. Cause I ain't getting my ass. You think I'm about to get fucked up and lose my pussy by default? Fuck that. I'll shoot a nigga in the whole entire face. Not fighting
Y'all
on the streets.
tell us what y'all think about that. Like, if y'all feel, or if you've ever had to whoop some ass over some pussy or some dick, call in at 704 oh shit, I'm fucking up.
762.
762 1452.
Facts.
Yo,
Yo,
in on that one.
I mean,
That was the story.
nah. I ain't gonna fight over no pussy. Cause you know what? Ultimately, all you gonna do in the long run is wind up hurting yourself or hurting somebody anyway. Like you can't force somebody to be with you.
Well,
so if she wanted to go she gonna want to go again.
Kim Kardashian said you can't force a nigga to be with you. The fuck? Because according to Kanye, that nigga has been trying to divorce her for years, and she ain't having the shit. She put that nigga in the hospital. You ain't having it.
She got to run that nigga up first.
She said, fuck blowing a nigga cars up and shit. She put you in the motherfucking hospital. That's cold.
Hey, rich enough. See, he tried to divorce her when he was broke. She wasn't having that shit. Now he a billionaire. She running that nigga
I
up.
wonder what they got going on.
Kim,
She said, hell no. I'll put you in the hospital first, nigga.
Kim tapping that teacup.
Definitely. It's looking
Get out
like
of
new news. The hospital came and got him from the Wyoming home. They came and got him. So he's in the hospital now. But that's my point. She started fucking. She was letting him run racket until she started talking that divorce shit. And she's like, "Oh, nigga, really?" They could have came any time. They could have met. The hospital could have met him at any time.
it's levels to this whole shit.
After she started talking about that fucking divorce shit, the hospital pulled right the fuck up.
It's levels.
What type of black man living in Wyoming?
Hey.
He's trying to hide. When you trying to hide, that's where the fuck you go.
Should have went to Montana.
That nigga said, help. Kim is trying to give. That nigga said he's in Get Out.
Yeah, that's what that nigga said.
So crazy. These are the rumors that have been going on for years. It's not like he's making shit up. These are things we thought for years, and he's just confirming it. Like, yeah, y'all right, fucking shit. Or, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Kim, mom did leak that fucking tape. You know what I'm saying? He's telling y'all fucking confirming everything that we fucking thought. And now we calling him crazy. Nah, nigga, we all thought that shit.
Shit, I don't think nobody was crazy. I already know the vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, you got fucked up with the wrong family, though.
It's bittersweet to me, like seeing Kanye going into the hospital. It's like I'm happy because I kind of feel like he do need some help, but then it's bitter because it's not what he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's a tricky point, right? Like, how do you take his right away?
Right.
Some people be like, well, he doesn't have a right because he can't.
Because he can't think
for
himself.
coherent.
But he don't even trust the person who y'all trusting to think for him, which is his wife. And I don't know if he got any other family that's there for him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They be saying that shit, like, be careful who you give your power attorney to and all that shit when you get older and all that shit.
Careful who you marry, period. Shit. Motherfuckers be getting married because the pussy good. They crazy as hell.
That and the false notion of love.
Shit, I don't even know what that means.
Niggas they think they in love, or they feel that they think that they partners in love with them, but they love them. Love them.
That's what it is. That's what. Listen, people got conditional love. That's really what it is. It's conditional. Like, they love is based on a condition of what you are providing for them at that particular time. They don't necessarily love the person. And this is why I say sometimes, like, the marriages from back in the day was better off, because you had to actually love the person to a certain extent. Like, you got married so young, and you groomed with that person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
I disagree. I think back then, I think now what we search for is love. And that's what be fucking us up in marriages and shit like that. Back then, I don't think they necessarily look for love. Like, when you think about prearranged marriage and shit like that, it wasn't about who the fuck you love. Nobody give a fuck about who you love, sis. It's about who can provide, what we're about to do, and who can move us forward. So I think that's what it was back then. Now we trying to find love and shit. We all fucked up 50% divorce rate and over 50% divorce rate and shit like that because we looking for fucking love instead of the basis of what marriage is, the business.
Or maybe it's where we place the values. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when we say nowadays we're looking for love, it's not love we're looking for, it's certain values we're looking for. Back then, it's what were the values they were looking for. And I think that that's the difference. And when you get arranged marriages young, and when you let people go off and live life and get married at 30, 40, and 50, because now what your value is very, very different. And when that person can no longer provide that value, then guess what? I don't love you anymore.
Well, that's a great. Statistics will show that arranged marriages last longer.
Right. So yeah, that's but it is what it is.
How can you trying to say, what's love got to do with it? He's trying to tell us back then. What the fuck is you talking about?
That's a whole motherfucking fact.
Shit. Well, they got nothing to do with this.
Oh, word up. Yo, I just read a crazy ass article. This shit said that they are expecting mad evictions in the next coming weeks or some shit.
Yes, it's the last week of the law. What's the law?
The CARES Act.
That federal ban.
Yeah, they about to start evicting people.
It's fucked up though. That's a real fucked up situation. Because it's not like people had jobs and was working and just decided, oh, well, then it is probably a lot of people who did that. So them niggas was just like, nah, I ain't paying that shit. I'm about to stack this money real quick. Niggas having mad seafood broils.
Niggas definitely had seafood broils.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas out there having bad seafood broils. Now look, now you got the motherfucking eviction notice on your door.
That's some people, but some people, that's not the case. You know, they genuinely couldn't afford their shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, $600. When you think about it, like down here in Charlotte, like you get that $600 extra. That shit is nice every week when you talk about like the unemployment and shit. But you go up north, that extra $600, that ain't shit. Like, you still can't pay your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's $600 a week though.
That's still tough. If you talking about a family, I would have been struggling with that up in New York when with my family and the house that we had. It wasn't even a big house. That shit was $2,200 a month though, for a little shack in fucking Mastic. You know what I'm saying? So with that little extra $6, that shit still would have been hard with utilities and da-da-da and this, that, and the third and everything else. What?
Niggas better use something.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Niggas better learn to use that natural got sunlight until it start basically get dark where you can't see out. Then you flick a light on. Little
lamp. Yeah, so shit, that I think that's a tough situation, man. Like, cause it's COVID still. It's like you really gonna evict a motherfucker in the middle of a pandemic?
Right, like as we reach over 4 million cases, this is and 1,000 deaths a day. This is what the fuck we do.
Right.
And the numbers, you gotta go back.
lying.
This nigga said somebody lying.
Is the government trying to tell us something as they go against each other on this whole shit? Are they telling us that somebody lying?
And I don't think. Now, when you say they lying, explain that. When you say that, what do you mean? Somebody lying?
That ain't real.
What's not real?
Them numbers are highly inflated.
Okay.
And therefore, they're trying to put. For me personally, my opinion. I have to say opinion for those people. People like to take shit and try to run with it.
Of course they are. You know the vibes.
Yeah, to me, they are simply trying to scare us into vaccinations.
Wow.
Because the more numbers that rise, they get paid for every COVID death, right? And then as they get paid, they're now rising the numbers. So now it puts everybody into a panic. Like, you can't wear that mask all the time. You're breathing in your own carbon dioxide. You know what I'm saying? That's not good for your body. But how do you get a people to take a vaccination or something like a flu shot, what you're trying to push onto them? You have to now raise the pandemic to a point where it now scares the people.
Mm-hmm. Well,
to me, that's what they're doing. They're just they're lying. I'm not lying.
I want to add some context to that, right? Because I don't disagree with what you're saying. Sen, if you could do me a favor, if you could, I don't know if you could, but if you could possibly watch the live on Facebook just to see if anybody comments or whatever, because I can't do both. But just to add some context to that, I think that whenever something's happening in the world, there's always going to be a nigga trying to profit off of it. So there's definitely an aspect of that to it, right? I'm not going to disagree with that. But I will say this. I think that there's also an aspect that there's a real virus that is out there that has killed a lot of people and can kill a certain type of person, right? It's not going to kill everybody. But if a certain type of person catches this, they can die, right? So what happens is I think that the inflation in numbers that we've seen is you can get tested easier, right? You can make an appointment today and get tested today. So there's an aspect of that. So obviously you're going to see more cases, right? More people getting tested. But it's not, some people is just going to feel like they got a really bad cold. But I think the people who are getting really sick are the people who got pre-existing conditions. And maybe they don't even know they have those pre-existing conditions, like low vitamin D levels. And shit like that can be scary for a certain type of person. So that type of person needs to take those precautions. You know what I'm saying? If you know you got those things, diabetes, asthma, shit like that, take those precautions.
Yeah, I think we as America don't realize how many people are subjected to the death, because there are a lot of people with diabetes, especially Black people. There are a lot of old elderly. There are a lot of people with immune deficiency diseases, Lyme disease, lupus, things like that would enable them to fight or ward off by themselves. And I think if we looked at those numbers, then we would see the real danger. Because it might not be you, but it might be for others around you. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, like I said, don't get me wrong. There's people dying from this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that there aren't any. I just say that instead of it being 4.4 million, which I don't think that number is completely accurate. That's all I'm saying. It's just, I think it's less than that.
I feel you. So you saying if somebody go to the hospital and they die because of a heart attack, they're gonna be like, "Fuck it, it was COVID."
Yeah, that's what they're doing. Even doctors have went live. Doctors, nurses, all that, they have went live before when the shit first started and said that they were being pressured to put COVID-19 on everything. You come in there
Probably less paperwork.
Now they probably get funding for it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Somebody palms is getting greased.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree with you that there's probably an aspect of that going on, no doubt about it, right? That's a nigga profiting
But I
off of
still
the
think that
pandemic.
there's a real danger.
But there's definitely a real danger for certain type of people because I know people who have passed from COVID, and I know people who have had it and who've gotten sick and didn't pass. But yeah, man, it is a real thing that you can catch. And I'm not saying that it's as contagious as people are saying it is. And I can't vouch for that. I can't say whether or not the caseload is as high as they say it, but I can say that there is a real virus that is out there. That's what I'll say.
You think about it, niggas is nasty. You can't even get niggas to wear. I know you can't get people to wear masks and things like that and wash their hands and do all the safety measures, but you can't get people to wear condoms and things like that. You think about how many diseases out there already that are like death-threatening diseases that cannot be cured, and people still get them because we just don't feel like either it's a danger, we don't take the proper precautions to protect ourselves.
You sound muffled, Sam.
Yeah, I got a little feedback on you, Sam.
Okay, y'all go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that's a tough one, man. It's a tough one because there's a part of me. I love a good conspiracy. Don't get twisted. I'm conspiracy theorist L. But this one's tough because I do know people who have passed or that they have said have passed in New York from COVID. I know people got really shit. My father was sick. He got really sick from COVID. He didn't pass, but he was sick. He got really fucking sick.
And you know what's crazy about that part? He was one of those people that was like, "Oh, nah, fuck that." He was just out there when it first hit. He was like, "I got money to make. Fuck all that." Da, da, da. And then maybe like a week or two later, he was like, "Oh my god, it's real!" Like that nigga was done. He thought he was gonna die. He was like, "It's over."
You sound like Cardi. You sound like Cardi.
I on God. And he was out there, and he was like, you know, I can't stop shit. I got money doing. He was walking petitions. And some shit that they do for political parties or whatever to get people on the ballot. And he was out in Flushing. There's a lot of Asian people who probably were traveling back and forth to China at the time. And he was, talking to people and shit. He said he was talking to people in the Starbucks. He felt like that's where he got it at. And about a week later or so, he started feeling sick. So he went and got tested. It was positive, and then he started feeling like he had the flu and shit. So yeah, like it is a real thing you can catch, but I don't know. I'm not sure on how all the ways you can contract this shit. I don't know if it makes sense to keep bleaching down groceries. I don't know what makes sense and what don't make sense, but I know there's some shit out there that you probably could catch. I don't know. Cam was goody.
Well, they say you can catch it. You can catch it sexually. Well, it's found in semen.
Well, shit, I could imagine. Shit, if you could catch it, yeah. I mean, how you have sex without spit? So much. Is it possible to have sex without spit?
That's a fraud.
Bear, that's your question.
Yeah.
Like,
you having sex with no spit?
So shit, it's in the spit. We know that, so it's got to be getting through sex. You know what I'm saying? You got to lick it before you stick it. What else? What else we want? What else? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got about this Beyonce movie? What are we hearing about this?
It's a visual for her album, right?
Oh, so it's just an album?
Yeah, it's like
Go
it's
ahead.
supposed to be a visual to her new album.
Oh, so it's like the last one, where she just had a music video for everyone. Very
But
simple.
I wonder why she went through Disney instead of Tidal.
Oh
the fuck
yeah,
is that
that's the
about?
big thing. Her shit on Disney Plus.
Because it's Disney Plus only.
They gave it a
The
bag,
fuck?
nigga. You already know the vibes. There's some
Yeah,
way.
they-
It's
I
probably
don't know.
some way that it counts as for her spends a certain way. So they probably look at how many subscribers that Disney Plus has, and how many people are gonna watch it. It's probably everybody who's subscribed. And yeah,
But you know what? I don't like it. You know why I don't like about this? I just feel like with today's temperature, and I know the beehive's gonna come for me, but I feel like it's cultural appropriation.
damn. You accused the
I'm gonna
queen.
call it the way I see it, because there's been so much that's going on right now, right, within
Yeah.
the United States, even on Long Island right now. They're still protesting. You know what I'm saying? I know it's not trending right now, but they were still protesting. You got Portland, you got fucking Trump talking about he about to bring out 75,000 National Guards in Chicago and all these other places. You know what I'm saying? So if you pay attention to the not so popular news, the real shit that's going on, the racial temperature right now, why Black King? You know what I'm saying? As the title, why Disney? Why be about a Black boy? I just feel like, why now? Because you've been very fucking silent during the Black Lives Matter.
Well, maybe
Maybe
this
we'll
is
put
how
this
she
out
breaks
there.
her silence, right? Maybe this is how they
Yeah,
break
but then
silence.
then make it available to everyone. Why do it to break your silence where most people, especially in the hood, don't have no fucking Disney Plus? That's white people shit.
Well,
The fuck?
listen, you gotta also understand. I think that
I got-
people forget that these are also humans who gotta make money, right? So that's like Disney probably paid her to do that. Like, that's a
I
bag.
think that when we're talking about Nick Cannon, Breonna Taylor, all these other conversations, the Black militia, I think that this movie is a slap in the face and
You're
the time that
bugging.
it's coming.
Damn, yo, this
I
might be
do.
about Black people who just want to be offended. Let me tell you
I'm
how I
not
see it. Let me tell you how I
I'm
see it.
not offended. I'm questioning what she's been very silent. Her and Jay-Z
You
been very
questioning
silent.
one of our Black leaders to a certain extent. She's one
not
of
a
our
Black
leaders.
leader.
I disagree with that.
I saw a meme that says that it was her, it was a bunch of other people that said these are not our Black leaders.
I disagree, but I disagree. But going back to the point, this is how I see it. Disney Plus, right, or Disney in general, the way she looks at it is, I have somebody who's going to pay me $10 million to get my Black Lives Matter message across. What is wrong with that?
She has platform. She has her own platform. I just don't see why she wouldn't use Tidal.
Because Tidal's not going to give her $10 million. She's going to take that $10 million, and guess what she can do with that $10 million?
Before. It worked for Lemonade. It worked for fucking Lemonade. The fuck you mean?
It's not a matter of working. It's a matter of this is an extra $10 million. Oh, however much they paid. I'm making up a number. I'm making up a number.
How much did she gross?
I'm making up a number, but I don't know what the number is. But I guarantee you there's a number that they gave her up front. There's a deal here.
No, I agree with you, but what I'm saying, and I understand it's a deal here. That's a part of my problem. Where I say that it's a culture appropriation because there's a deal here, and she hasn't been very vocal when there's not a fucking deal on the table.
She has been vocal. She was vocal at the Super Bowl. She did a stance on it. She made the whole video with the fucking car getting in New Orleans being flooded in the fucking thing. Like, she's been vocal. Y'all disrespectful to the queen.
It's very easy to do that shit on a stage when you dancing, shaking your ass and your bra and your fucking panties. Let me see you make a fucking stand in a protest on the front line when the police is standing.
That's not her role. That's not her bag. That's not what she do. They're gonna target her if they do that. Why would she do that? That's like putting a target on your back, saying, "Hey, come shoot me. I'm the one." No.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't consider her a Black leader.
I'm gonna tell you what makes somebody a leader. What makes somebody a leader is the person that people follow. So if they follow her, she's the leader
Okay.
by default.
Okay.
You feel me? And because she has been one of the artists who's made a stance.
Come follow me.
You know what I'm saying?
What?
Like some artists don't make a stance. Rihanna ain't made no stance.
Let me tell you something. She's the same person who told us to vote for fucking Hillary Clinton, old pedophile ass.
It's a lot of people told us to vote for Hillary Clinton. There's a lot of people who told us that Hillary Clinton was going against Donald Trump. What the fuck else was she supposed to say? Listen, y'all disrespectful to the queen. I'm just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there. It's coming up a little disrespectful to the queen. I think we need to put a little bit of reverence on her name, a little bit of reverence on Jay-Z's name, and everything that they do and have done.
I feel like just like with the Colin Kaepernick situation with Jay-Z, I feel like they use things, and I'm not faulting them for it, right? They use things for their own personal advantage, and then when the trend is over, they take what they need from it and leave the people. And that's how I fucking feel.
Okay.
How the fuck you gonna ask people to stop watching NBA and all that other shit, and then as soon as you do it, oh, okay, we can watch because you got a fucking thing? Like, come on. That's why black people are so flip-floppy.
Now, I will say this, right? Like, with the...
When it profits you, we good to go. Okay, they let me in the door. Fuck the rest of y'all. I got one black owner. Y'all can come watch us now.
But wait a minute. Y'all are tripping. I feel like we're tripping a tad of it. I feel like we're tripping a tad.
Okay.
Because you're not I don't think we put shit.
Bear kills me with the juice. Bear, what's your thoughts?
We're not putting it in the context because you jumping around a tad a bit. Because if you're going back to the NFL shit with Jay-Z, let's put that into a different context.
Well, because Jay-Z's a part of this. He's a part of this project.
All right. So going back to the Jay-Z shit, then if you want to go back, like, I feel like that situation is very different because Colin Kaepernick, number one, and we didn't know at the time, but he settled with the NFL and he got paid. You understand what I'm saying?
I knew it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's the first aspect. The second aspect of that whole entire thing is Jay-Z said in a song, I said no to the Super Bowl. You need me, we don't need you, right? Or whatever he said. So then now he goes and he makes a deal, and this is, I don't know, maybe a year or two later, he makes the deal with them to control the entertainment aspect, right? And what have we seen from the NFL since this deal has happened, right? We've seen the commissioner come out and say, we apologize, we absolutely took the wrong stance, right? We've seen the NFL come out and acknowledge the Black Lives Matter movement. Right.
It's very easy.
So we've seen progress on both sides.
When the deal is on the table. That's my point. When the money's on the fucking table, yeah, a white person will apologize. Believe you me.
So let me ask you
no fucking dignity.
So let me ask you this.
They will fucking apologize for $1. Absolutely.
So what would you have liked to see?
I would just like for the stance to remain, like to make a staple.
So you would just like to see black people just never fuck with the NFL ever again.
I would have liked
and just fuck football.
I would have liked for Beyonce and Jay-Z to be a little more vocal about their stance.
Because technically, if the players, all the black players left the NFL,
but they won't.
They won't. But if they did,
but they won't.
That would be more.
That's NFL? Like. Yeah, but that's even like the NBA. NBA now, they got the Black Lives Matter court and shit like that. Okay, and I was like, well, damn, like, why do you think they did that? Look at the fucking court. All of the players is black. The fuck you mean? That's their money. The fuck?
No, what I was saying.
White and shit. You want to see that?
That wasn't the question, and you just answered it. The question I asked was. What happened?
Who's gonna watch it all? Yeah.
Listen, man. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you the wildest shit. It's one team that still got a whole all white starting five. The fucking Dallas Mavericks got a
That's L's favorite team.
The Dallas.
These niggas still got a. I sort of looked at that shit. I said, "Yo, these niggas is crazy. These niggas got to be racist." in today's NBA to have an all-white starting five, you have to be racist. That can't be by
Nah.
accident.
Racist.
You think it's by accident?
I think he's trying to pick what he was already used to. When you already had a dominant European on your squad like Dirk Nowitzki, he's searching for that same player.
Yeah, but he's had more than that. He
It's
has
2020.
Harden.
There's only like 20 white players in the whole NBA, and 15 of them are on the fucking Mavericks.
Where they all from? What, Herman?
Nah, I think that there's something fishy going on in that situation. Because it was always a little weird because they always had a lot of white guys. Like that was Dallas' thing. They always had a lot of white guys.
Stackhouse, Terry, what's up, Jason?
This is my team. You gotta understand something. This is my squad. But since Mark Cuban took over this team, they have had a lot of white guys. Just a lot. They just have, right?
When Dirk wins you a ring, Dirk Nowitzki, when he officially wins you a ring, you ain't gonna try. It's just like with Chicago trying to find the next Michael Jordan, and they never will.
We ain't win a ring right away with Dirk Nowitzki. We had a lot of years of fucking losing, all right? Trust me. So there was a lot of years when I was like, we'll get rid of fucking Dirk and get some help in this motherfucker. And we kept bringing in other white guys. And I was like, all right, Rafe LaFrentz. You know what I'm saying? All right, JJ fucking Barea. Oh, you bringing JJ back again? You know what I'm saying? Can we get some fucking brothers in here? And then they brought Jet in, which was good. And then Mike Finley left. It was bad, but
yeah, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm a Knicks fan, so I can't talk.
I'm a Knicks fan too. That's my number one. Knicks my number one. Dallas my number two. Ultimately. Anyway, man, fuck all that bullshit. The question I was asking about the court was whether or not the NBA actually cared about the movement, or were they just doing this to pander to the situation because they knew they got a lot of black players and a lot of black audience? You know what I'm saying? That was the question I asked.
Panda.
Well, that's what I feel about Beyonce.
Go ahead and put your crumbs off the table.
Beyonce in Disney.
Disney, yes, but Beyonce, no. I don't think that's what her intentions were.
This is what
they What they doing? Eating?
This is what they're doing. They're eating, right? They're dropping the crumbs and they're like this. Here y'all niggas go. Here y'all go. Go ahead.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying, but sometimes that's how you have to eat. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to do that, but then you got to get that and bring that back. You know what I'm saying? And if you bring that back, then I'm okay with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I just don't understand what's wrong with being transparent.
If LeBron James and all the black players in the NBA start up their own league, would you watch that or the NBA?
I mean, listen.
Not because you're black, but because the sport of basketball.
Listen, let me explain something to you. If motherfucking Kim Jong-un took all of the black players and started the league, I'd watch that one. If you took them all and started the league, I'd watch that one. Wherever the fuck they go, I'm going to watch that one, okay? Because that's where the best talent is.
Exactly.
But they won't. You see what I'm saying? It's a mentality. They won't. And it's probably too big to do.
Why?
Probably because you got to think about what you got to compete against. See, we're going to get into a lot of politics if we go down this route. Because there was a time where that existed. It was called Negro Leagues.
Yeah. But now here's the difference. You don't think the white folks will watch the Negro League?
Some would.
To see a LeBron James.
Some would. Some people's hatred runs deeper than their love. You understand what I'm saying? So if you're a racist by nature and you look at it as a racist act of black people starting their own shit, right? Because some people see Black Lives Matter as a racist act. You understand what I'm saying? So if you see it as a racist act, then yo, you wouldn't watch it because your hatred runs deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Well, guess what? The white ones who actually love our culture don't watch it.
They'll
That's
probably
cool
get some
with
fucking hillbillies up in there and have some hillbillies wearing them fucking jerseys, and they'll still watch that shit. And we'll have our shit, and we'll get some sponsors, but we still won't get the big sponsors because we only 12% of the population. You got to remember that part. So
Nike. Nike goes where
listen,
LeBron
man,
goes.
we supposing. I'm pretty sure there's a clause in his contract that says as long as he's in the NBA or some shit like that or something. If he leaves the
Nike will go.
NBA,
They're just to fill the dreams. If LeBron builds it, they will come.
you're right, but they won't do it. If they did do it, then yes, but they won't. And that's, again, this is why we need the fucking committee, because the committee would do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we would need that. With the NFL, I've been done with the NFL. That's why we was talking about the Jets earlier, and I can give a fuck less. I didn't even know who the fuck you mentioned because I've been stopped watching NFL. And it's hard for me to get back into it because my mind is already trained to stop watching the shit. You know what I'm saying? Since the Kaepernick shit. So it's hard for me to get back in.
Know,
I don't know none of the players no more.
You know why I ain't stopped watching it?
Why?
Because Kaepernick ain't stopped watching it.
Hey.
You got our example.
I ain't gonna stop. This is my thing. I ain't gonna change my movement because that nigga decided that he wasn't gonna be a part of it. If I felt like I wasn't gonna fuck with it, then I wasn't gonna fuck with it. You know
but he's the of that particle movement, of that part of that movement.
Nah, they volunteered themselves to be a part of it. When they decided that they were going to ban him from the NFL, that's when they decided that they made themselves a part of it. Him kneeling wasn't what did it. It was them banning him that made me say, fuck the NFL. And them starting to suspend players for doing it is what made me say, fuck the NFL. You know what I'm saying? It's their action. It's not his action for me, you know?
But that's what I'm saying. So now it's like you settle. You're still trying to get back into this league. So now if he gets back in, do you start watching again?
I can't because I still just feel like they on some racist shit. So it's just still feel like
NFL
still feel like you're playing a minstrel show to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't with it. That's why I asked about the NBA because the NBA never showed no racist shit. That's why I asked, do you think they actually care or are they just pandering with that Black Lives Matter court? You know what I'm saying?
The NBA is basically, you know what the NBA doing? They're more so like they're watching the NFL movements and then they're doing the opposite. So when the NFL decides that they're gonna ban a Kaepernick, they're like, you know what? We're gonna praise y'all protesting instead of making it look bad, because they know the NFL took a major hit on it. Whether you know what I'm saying, whether they like to say that they didn't, but they did.
Facts.
So instead of taking that major hit with the NFL, the NBA said, "Nah, this is how we gonna play it. We gonna back y'all. I got y'all back, players." And then now look what happens. Everybody's tuning into the NBA instead of the NFL.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I think the NBA is just basically pandering it. You know what I'm saying? But they're basically, NFL, what y'all doing? Oh yeah, y'all doing that? Okay. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna sit well with the sold out garden that's predominantly, you know what I'm saying, gone for the black folks. So what we're gonna do is, yeah, we ain't gonna do that. Black Lives Matter over here. Yeah, it really matters, and people gonna go for it.
Facts. Nah, I don't disagree with you. I want to disagree with you because I want to feel like the NFL, I mean, not the NFL, the NBA has a little bit more integrity than that. Is how I want to feel. Because they haven't shown me racism yet. Other than maybe, I don't even know if that was racism. as far as the whole cleaning up the image where you couldn't wear certain stuff. You got to wear, you know, certain attire to the games and shit when they tried that bullshit. But outside of that, I think the NBA's been the model for what a league needs to be in America ultimately. So at least in the recent years. Anyway, let's get into shit. I wanted to get into some memes before we hop out of here for sure. Who the fuck sent this meme over? I thought this was Mima's meme. Ladies, is this a turn off? Sin, do you see this?
Yeah, I can see it. It looks disgusting.
Yeah, even for me, that shit is nasty. Like, what the fuck was you? Like,
But you know what? There's a lot of people who nails look like that when they first come off of work, if they're doing construction, etc. So you know, hit and miss. I don't want no butter soft ass hands either, motherfucker.
I'm gonna tell you why.
That's a turn off for me. Them butter soft hands. Like what the fuck, nigga? You don't do no work.
Nah, you right. You know why butter soft hands be the butter soft hands is not just a fact of the fact that you don't do any work. It also means that you don't work out. Because if you just work out, as soon as you like start touching the bench, you touch the bar, like your hands are naturally gonna start to get a little callous. So if you don't have any callus, it just shows you don't work out, which could be a testosterone thing sometimes. But besides that, dirty nails. This is just that shit is gross. This is overkill. Like this picture, I'm gonna take this picture down because that picture is overkill and it's grossing me the fuck out. But I just think dirty nails in general, it just means you ain't wash your ass today.
Let them fingers slide on in that.
Oh, you're gonna get a UTI.
UTI, STD, ABCD.
Facts. On God, you're getting everything in that. On God, you're getting everything.
There's a lot of people who nails, but you know what's so crazy? There's a lot of people who nails look like that.
It just means that they ain't wash their ass. Because if you just wash your ass, you just take a nice shower, and you get out the shower, your nails are gonna be clean. So it just means to me you didn't wash your ass that day. You know what I'm saying?
Or even wash.
What happened?
Or even just wash your hands. You can wash your hands, nigga. Like,
facts.
I don't want to hear that. I just got off work shit, nigga. Because even at my job, we have a bathroom.
Yeah, wash your hands. Yeah.
Well, we know people don't wash their hands. Like the average person, I don't think the average person washes their hands at all.
That's
maybe
nasty.
once a week.
Let me ask y'all. So. Keep it a buck. When you use the bathroom at home, you wash your hands?
Yeah.
100% of the time.
Yeah. And you want to know the reason why?
Why? We gotta ask Mima. Mima, come to the camera, confirm this fucking story.
I want to know why.
I'm like before, say if I piss, right.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
But after shit, yeah. But even now after I piss, because it's like she's like, nah, like wash your hands. I was like, all right. So now I got into it. So now I make sure I do it.
Oh, so she makes you wash your hands.
Before, like this was like when we first started talking type shit, like hanging around. Yeah. She was like, wait, you don't wash your hands after you leave the bathroom? That's disgusting. You don't wash your hands when you come in from outside? Like, that's disgusting. So I was like, wait. And then I had to start looking it up. Just like you wouldn't want nobody to come lay in your bed with their fucking outside clothes on. True. You know what I'm saying? Like, or even sit on your bed. Don't sit on my bed with your outside clothes on. That's nasty. Like, you outside collecting all types of germs, whatever, and you just sat on where I'm about to lay my head.
Right.
Listen,
so
the COVID infection rate has said the 4 million niggas don't wash their hands like that.
That's the whole fact. Niggas don't wash their hands. I know people don't wash their hands because
it spreads.
Are they washing it correctly as well? Because there's a method.
Man, I done seen niggas.
Also, they say that soap don't even do anything. There was a scientific theory where they tested out what soaps does what, and most of the soaps just move the shit around a little bit. Because you can't see germs. You got what I'm saying? You can't see it. The dirt may be washed away, but is the germs actually washed away according to like the temperature and shit? Nope. Yeah, most people don't even use antibacterial soap, so
that's
that part.
That's a whole fact. Niggas is nasty at the end of the day.
Yeah, we all human.
Yo, let me see this. Yo, babe, you said some shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I had to ask L on this shit. Yeah, get into it, nigga.
I don't remember all the context, but it was something about
the long nails.
Oh, yes. Them long women are not with them long ass nails. They are not correctly wiping themselves. Like they out there with their booty on stank. They ain't getting it. Like, and the only person I see that actually disagree with SC, and I know she normally get her nails that long, but like hell no, man. Chicks with nails that long, even with Cardi B, like it was. What's his name? Blew up her spot. Like, nah, yo, when she was at the video set, she was stinking like raunchy stink.
Niggas be lying.
Yeah, nah. Niggas be
Only
lying.
one person in the history of Cardi B said that, and she's been a stripper for how many years? Ain't no nigga ever came back and she was shaking her ass and said that shit.
There was niggas that's been to the strip club and said, nah, she wasn't right. Like, it's plenty of niggas, but
I
don't know.
But the thing, no, but you know what it is? Who's really gonna say it when you're trying to fuck?
I ain't never had. That's disgusting. If you hold on, wait. So you mean to tell me you could smell some raunchy pussy and still hit it?
Yeah, he said that shit the last time. Yeah, he said that shit before.
Niggas will smell something raw like that and be like, all right, let me take a couple more shots and then I'm going.
That's like, a wild proposition.
Listen, that's how niggas.
I never had that bad experience with strippers. All of the strippers I've ever like been interested in and got like a lap dance from, got up close and personal, like to get like a dance from or a private dance or whatever, always smelled right. Like none of them ever smelled crazy. Like I just ain't had that experience.
Like, you know what's so crazy? Like, I smelled, like, okay, I went to, like, a nude bar, whatever, one time, and it smelled great. But then I went to, like, a house party, and them bitches was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the level of stripper, because I definitely went to a house party, and them bitches was stank.
Yeah,
but
house party
the average stripper ain't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, them basement bitches, absolutely, they stink. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what you said there?
Right now,
amateur night hoes, some amateur night girls, absolutely.
Oh God,
amateur night.
Oh God, and my brother is my witness. We definitely had some stripper parties in the crib back in the day, and it was definitely some questionable strippers in there that definitely was on some funky shit.
Yeah, them house call bitches.
But that's that's different.
I can see.
That's very different.
That shouldn't be the case because it's just like for y'all women who was, you know what I'm saying, you hit up that dude, you sit there like, yo, listen, you want me to slide through without, yeah, come on through, baby, come give it to me. We know what the chicks is doing when they act like they gotta use the bathroom right before we get busy. Like, we know you in there freshening up, you know what I'm saying? You got your fingers, you smelling it, making sure it's right. If not, you're gonna get in there, hit it with a little bit of that soap real quick, wash up real quick, get, and go.
I didn't know that's what they was doing. That's what they be doing in there?
Oh, yo, you ain't know, man, listen, I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Go ahead. Go freshen up, baby. Go freshen that up.
That's funny as hell.
Make those smell like flowers real quick.
That's funny. I thought it just naturally smelled that way. My dumb ass.
They freshen it up. You ain't never noticed. Like you gotta pay attention to the soap you use. Unless they start to smell, and then they starting to bring their soap.
Now they got their soap in that bag. Trust me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's the whole bag. They got the whole bag.
I ain't never had no strawberry soap.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? They'll say they better put that body wash on in there.
Yeah, that's might be what it is.
But you know what's so crazy? For like, it takes the women. A lot of women don't learn their hygiene until like I'm gonna say 28 and older.
Sheesh.
So I'm put it out there, 28 and older, because you know why? Because the older women in their family ain't having no type of conversations with them. They learn it the hard way, like how me had to tell you to wash your fucking hands when you come in the door. So most of the time you just learn through as you date other people and shit like that. Like, oh, okay. Or like as you grow, you learn as you grow kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like most people don't talk about hygiene in their homes when they're raising their kids and shit.
Yo,
Especially not these fucking 90s babies. Their moms wasn't alive. I'm not alive, but their moms was not in the house.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny because I saw I don't remember who it was, but somebody had a podcast and they posed a question. They was like, if you ain't had no pussy until you had some pussy that's 30 or over, you ain't never had no pussy. You be having coochie. You said 30 or under is coochie. 30 and over is pussy.
Because most of them don't know how to cleanse it and how to detox and all that other shit and what to use and what not to use and how what you eat fucking affects it in a McDonald's. Bitches, let me tell you something. That pussy be funky.
When they pH balance.
Yeah.
Niggas been having coochie all their life.
Eating garlic fries. Bitch who eating garlic fries, your pussy stink because garlic fucking alters your pH.
But then you got a question, like, there's some niggas out there that always keep them a young bitch no matter how old they get. They just addicted to coochie. They like coochie. They don't like pussy.
Well, Bear said that you can ignore it. This shit. Niggas ignore the fucking funk and something like that.
Some niggas ignore it, fam. Like I said, when you in love, bro, so you got to with it.
So you would have definitely ate some funky pussy, you saying?
You know what's so crazy? You're not alone, because a lot of people say that. A lot of people say that they did and they didn't know that that's not how pussy's supposed to smell. You know what I'm saying? I had a conversation with a lot of people. They're like, I didn't know that's not how it smell. Like, oh.
It was a raunchy night. It was a drunk, I didn't give a fuck raunchy night. I would say who, but I don't want to put it out there.
Now you gotta put her out there, cuz you can't let the next nigga get lined up for it.
But you know what's so crazy? She may not know because of people like Bear still fucking her with a funky pussy.
No. I definitely told her about herself. Trust me. I definitely told her about herself. I said, yo, past couple times you done came to the crib, I had to deny it a couple times. Like, yo, listen, you on Raunchy Street. Like, you know what's going on? You know what I'm saying? She tried to tell me, well, you know, I dush. I'm like, nigga, I don't even think y'all really supposed to be dushing if you know about cleansing and shit.
That ain't you supposed to be doing.
Well, wait. So you told her.
Whatever you do, and that ain't it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had to tell her it ain't it, sis. It ain't it.
But you know what? Good for you. It's important to have that conversation, because a lot of people don't have that conversation and they just maybe talk about the person versus just saying, like, listen, I think you need to check some shit, sis.
Got a fiance now, so hopefully she's straight. Or
he
that
probably
nigga just bigger.
He probably watching it.
It depends. How old is she now? It depends on how old she is now.
30 now,
so hopefully.
Maybe.
So again, going back, yeah, I don't dirty nails is fucking disgusting. Long nails, I think they could they could definitely keep their booty clean. It's a technique to everything, I guess. Shit.
Nah.
Yeah, I think they could keep the ass clean.
You ever seen a chick that you just look at and just be like, nah, you know she got the stink butt?
Yeah, but they got to do her nails.
Oh God! I was just talking about this.
Somebody said unemployment was the best summer job ever.
Yo, that's a whole fact. I should come and crash it down though. That's the fucked up part. It's fucked up because like the bad bunch ruins it for like.
But is it a bad bunch? I'm not mad at nobody who got it. It's nobody. I'm mad that I didn't get nothing.
It's the economy that's bad. It's the fact that $600 extra a week is more money than what niggas would make if they went back to work. That's the problem.
Yeah. But
And I
that's
just feel like that they should give mothers. I think if you had a child, you should get that $600 a week because your fucking kid is home, eating up every damn thing. You gotta watch them.
You
Yeah,
can't
like
go
the
back to
mothers
work.
need that.
Who gonna watch these fucking kids?
Exactly, but there's a lot of people who were denied unemployment. Shit, I was fucking denied, bitches. But I still gotta watch these fucking kids.
Facts.
That's why I say, when this is another topic, I guess, for another time, because the system is completely trash. Like, right now, even in my household, you know what I'm saying? Like, my wife, she wants to work. She's a stay-home wife with the kids. You know, they out of school. But even if we apply for fucking food stamps, like, why can't we get a little help? Like, help me, nigga.
Exactly. Yeah,
Help
they don't want to help.
Nah, you can't get no help because you're a black man working.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you basically want me to quit my job,
Yes.
be a bum,
Yes.
separate my wife in order for her and my kids to get taken care of.
Yes.
Yep.
That's
the way the system is designed. The
And they
system
say
is
this is
the only
the
design.
worst recession in 80 years. I mean, that's so scary. You know why that's scary? Because in 80 years, your parents weren't alive and possibly your grandparents weren't alive. That means that 3 fucking generations have not experienced the level of depression economically that we're about to enter. That shit is crazy.
As black folks, we've been in a recession. We just
it don't make no difference for us.
Yeah.
I think that we're gonna hit a new level of depression, and even in a black home, because I feel like once they want to come after things that we depend upon, like food stamps, like healthcare. You know what I'm saying? Those type of things. Like Trump already said, he's aiming for that shit. He's taking that shit away. You know what I'm saying?
Well, can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
To the beautiful black queens watching.
This nigga here.
Come on home to that nice polygamous relationship.
This nigga out of control.
But he got a point. Do you think you're going to see the rise of polygamy based off of the economic decline?
No.
Because what's going to rise? You're going to have crime, right? Racial temperature will increase. And then maybe the 5% nation about to come back and have their fucking earths again.
That's crazy.
The 5% about to come get their old earths, I'm trying to tell you.
A lot more drugs, a lot more crime, a lot more illicit activities, a lot more trying to steal from the rich is what's going to happen.
Or from the poor. We steal from each other. Shit.
Yeah, same concept. It got to trickle down, though.
So. But I just feel like it's just about to hit a whole new level of disrespect.
Come on home, you beautiful black queen.
Go ahead, Bear. Plug it and tell them what you're looking for out there.
Oh, what I'm looking? Oh, shit.
Yeah, get the specifications out so they know.
Well, shit.
Comment your number below.
I don't want nothing under 30. I don't want nothing under 30.
Because he don't want no more stank pussy.
That's real.
He don't want no coochie.
No coochie.
I want 30 plus. Hell, I even take 40s and the 50s. I don't.
50s.
Yeah, bugging.
I'm not taking no ancient vagina.
But you gotta be willing to be the team player. You gotta come in. My kids is your kids if you ain't got none. You gonna help my wife? Y'all gonna?
I'm gonna tell you what you gotta imagine though, right? If you take some ancient vagina, like what's your cap? What's the cap?
Ancient vagina. Listen, we need to get the polygamy out the way first.
I'm trying to get some of that retirement money.
This nigga out of control. Like even let's say 50, right? Let's say 50, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say you got into some shit that's 50, right? You what? 30 what? 33? 30 what? What you?
33.
33, right? That means when you 50, your dick's still working. You still ready to fuck, right? She what? 70? Mm-hmm. What's she now? 67? She ain't ready to fuck no more. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
In 20 years, yeah, I'll be with 50.
But he's saying it's not sexual. It's not gonna be.
She ain't ready to fuck no more.
Nah, it's not. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody look at the polygamous as supposed to be all sexual, and I see most guys because they just like they want to wear it's a nonstop threesome pretty much. But that ain't that. Like, you have to be able to take care of both parties and actually, you know what I'm saying, like, basically live your life and have them live theirs. And you have to support them on all aspects. You have kids with that one, you got to support the kids, you got to support her. Just the same one. It's like the same way you got your first wife, you got to support your second wife. All around the board. You're married to her too.
I respect that. It just ain't for me. But I do respect that thought process. Because I don't want that shit. One woman stressed me out enough. I ain't trying to fucking have two. Like,
but now, like this, like, I'm working now. They both are able to balance off each other's schedule, and they're working, right?
yeah.
Now we all split on these bills right down the middle, and we all should have money left over, and we could all put it in the pot and then basically build. Now, big enough house, we all comfortable. If we, you know what I'm saying, and then now we just do what we do.
But then, like, what are the cons? Because I think there's some cons here. I think
there's
obviously
a lot of cons.
Pros. But like, let's talk about the cons of polygamy.
Attitude. Somebody.
How about when they one mad, they all mad? How about that shit? What happens when they both mad? What happens when they both fucking mad, right? Because we always think that only one's gonna be mad, then I go to the other one. What happens when they both ain't fucking with you? You know what I'm saying?
But this is where the man has to be a man, because at the end of the day, the man, as a man, we can't keep running either. Like, we got to stand tall. Eventually, like, it's just like if you were married right now, you can't just always run away from every single problem. Even though it seems like it's so easy, but you can't do that all the time. Like, sometimes you got to stand up and you got to take your blows. You got to sit in your shit the same way she got to sit in hers. Nigga, like, you ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. I know damn well I'm toxic in certain situations. And I realize that now, you know what I'm saying, more so than ever. And I accept my flaws. But now the thing is she willing to work through it with me? Now, if she's willing to work through it with me, she's going to win in the end, because once we get through it, it's going to be nothing but sunshine.
Fuck that shit. She going to win.
But that also goes for the guy. Is the guy willing to work through the turbulence? Is he able to take the turbulence to get him to that airport, to get him through, you know what I'm saying, through them dark clouds? That's going to get over into that nice sunshine where you see them big fluffy white clouds, and you know you in cruise mode until you land. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it goes both ways, and it's like we all agree. It's not just communication; it's also comprehension.
I'm gonna tell you what be my issue with niggas who be trying to go polygamous, right? Because it's one thing when you were raised polygamous, it's part of your culture, your religion, or something like that. I get it, right? But niggas who be trying to go polygamous, they only be trying to go polygamous when they first marriage is on the rocks. It's never when they shit is like at the height and everything is going very, very good. They're like, hey, let's add a third person. It's always when some shit is fucked up and they be like, yo, I'm thinking we can add something because spice some shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's never, you never hear a very, very happy couple saying, hey, we're going polygamous now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I see a lot of people going polygamous now. All over social media and shit like that, they advertise. Well, not that they want to, but not that they're actually in it. I think, yeah, like they want to, but they're open to it. And then it's like, how does this happen? Does the other person apply? Because I see a lot of advertising going on, and they be posting like their memes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they post their memes looking for you and all this other shit. We like this.
Yeah. Contract, goddammit, you gonna sign this contract?
Like, is there application process?
I don't know, man. Now
hiring.
I think if it's a part of your culture and you raised in it, it's easy to adapt to. I think the way that we raised in America is very difficult to adapt to something like that because we're raised to be a little bit more selfish than that. So we want things to be special for us. You know what I'm saying? And when you think about sharing that thing that's special, it becomes weird. You know what I'm saying? And you never see it the other way around. Like I want to see, like, and I wish we had somebody would call in and say, I'm a man in a polygamous relationship and my wife has two husbands. Like I want to see that situation first Because otherwise, it's just male chauvinism. It's just a nigga who want to have more pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but when I see when I see people advertising it, it's usually with their spouse. Their spouses, both of them are like, "Hey, yeah, we wanted it." So I can't say that it's just male chauvinist. If the wife is on board, you get what I'm saying? If the
Wife probably want to eat some pussy.
Okay, but still, if the wife is on board, you can't. It kind of debunks that whole male chauvinist if they both want it. It's different if he's saying, "I want it," and fuck what you think. But if they both want it.
Is that polygamy then? I guess it is polygamy.
Yeah, because it's an agreement.
If my wife tells me to bring a girlfriend home, you know what I'm saying, then technically I'm going to get a girlfriend.
Right, like then, and I can see it working in that sense, because in that case, it's something you guys are all doing together. But the way that I've experienced it, it wasn't like that. Like the women weren't lesbian, they weren't bisexual. It was just they only had sex with the man. I've never seen it in a sense where
that's not
they
true.
were all kind of fucking off.
That's not true. In your later years, you did.
No,
that shit back. Yes, it did. In the later years, you did. Yes.
I know the exact situation that you. I know the exact.
Backfired because then the guy felt left out, and the guy was like, "Shit, they left me out, and they started fucking with each other."
Right.
Yeah. So
but listen,
like,
the difference.
Alternatives that happen. Like when you actually in it, the turnout is not always the same. Sometimes them bitches get together and leave your
That's
ass.
not
like,
polygamy, though.
Shit.
The difference in that entire situation, is that they weren't married. None of them were married at that time.
They knew each other.
They were just a bunch of people having sex. It's very different.
They were in a long-term relationship.
They weren't married. Polygamy, you have to marry both parties.
Okay. We understand the paperwork. Okay, behind it. But let's just talk about relationships, right? Because there could be a relationship, a polygamous relationship, since the word marriage is going to stop you from having this fucking conversation. It's your only defense right now.
Because that's important.
Because it happens where in a relationship, if you have a polygamous relationship, right, and it does happen where the girls get together and then they leave the guy.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Wait a fucking minute. And that happens. I've seen it with my own eyes. And the guy fucking shit. And then they go back and then the girls try to, one girl always try to make it known that she's the main bitch. And
Let
you
me
decide,
just explain something.
The bitch.
If a nigga's thinking in his head, in his mind somewhere, that he can compete with a woman, if his woman likes another woman, he is out of his fucking mind. There's no way you can compete with it. It's impossible to compete with a fucking woman. You can't compete with that shit. I promise you can't. Think about it. What could you do that the woman can't do?
And a woman will probably be more emotional.
What the fuck could you do? There's nothing you could do. The woman could change the size of her dick. She can eat pussy better than you because she know how. Because she got a pussy, so you know she can eat it better than you. She could change the size of her dick to be perfect for your bitch. She could fuck up hours crazy? Without coming.
I saw this meme, and the meme was like, "No wonder a bitch think that I got a strip. They pulling out dildos the size of the Statue of Liberty and shit."
What you gonna do? And then you could do. You can't compete with a woman. Listen, I find out my woman is interested in women. Look at my eyebrow. I'm out of there. I'm not trying to compete with that shit.
You know, it's so crazy. I saw like another conversation. It was a conversation about strap-ons, and the guy was like, "Well, all you have to do is strap on dicks." And the girl was like, "Well, why don't you strap on a pussy pocket? Let's test this shit the fuck out." Okay, well, let's test this theory the fuck out. You imagine how you keep your girl, you just put on a fucking pussy pocket and shit, like, fuck it.
I wouldn't just slob on a little tip right quick, like it's a pussy. Just suck the tip, I'm good.
That shit is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I ain't trying to compete.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Too exotic. You ain't exotic enough for that.
The scenario is just like, you never know when you bring in another party. It's just like any relationship. You have this idea in your head, an ideal scenario. But when you bring another person in and another energy in, It could go any way possible. You never fucking know how this shit gonna go. It might go way left. You know what I'm saying? Like awful. I've seen it where it's successful. I've seen it where it's not successful. And you know what I mean? Shit went left. There's so many scenarios.
I don't know. I've never seen it successful in a sense where I've seen like a polygamous relationship like, yo, we've been together 30, 40 years doing this shit. I ain't never seen it. I've seen people who were in it and they happy in it while they in it, but I ain't never seen like a long-term, like 30-year commitment. We've been married, all three of us together for 30 years, 20 years. I ain't never seen that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like a phase. Or whatever. But anyway, sure, we don't have this motherfucking thing up here for a minute. We want to talk about this right quick before we get out of here.
What is it? Put it back up.
You see it? Anyone about this life, I know some ladies are more aggressive than others. This is basically a woman proposing to a man.
Bullshit. And any man who accepts it is a straight sucker.
But look at the guys. Look at all of the guys in the picture. They taking pictures. They smiling. They look like they wish she would. I don't know if it's because her pussy out because one leg is up.
Oh shit.
But they looking at something and smiling. You see the shit? Look at his face. The other guy.
Listen.
Is that Times Square?
Oh no.
It's like somewhere in like New York, yeah.
It looked like the red.
He looked like a New York Dominican. That's how New York Dominicans dress, so it's not right.
Collar t-shirt and tucked in.
Let's see if I can't just make it bigger.
But if she looks happy, he looks happy. The other guys around it look happy. So I don't know. You made it look smaller.
Is it smaller? Oh, shit, my bad. Let me see how I can.
No woman should get down on their knee to ask a man to marry him.
Yeah.
Well, what about if she's the third party? What if she's the extra lady and she comes see our marriage and she goes,
she want to get down.
I want to be in, and this is how, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if she do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is how she get in? How does she get in?
He gonna get in via me getting down to say, listen, do you want to be a part of our marriage? Will you marry?
You know what I'm saying? So why can't the other woman get down and propose to the new woman? Why you got to do it?
Right, or why can't the woman be like, yo, I want to be down with y'all marriage?
You see what I say? That's why I say it makes it still feel like it's like some male chauvinist shit. It's like, I'm the center and you marrying me, not us. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got to do it. Like, you feel me?
At the end of the day, when you look at proposing in marriage, like, it's the man's job to propose. I don't see it no other way. I've never, you know what I'm saying? Even when I was laughing at Chrissy when she proposed to Jim Jones, and look at his face. He wanted to laugh at her. He wanted to laugh at her. Great, because he know damn well she gonna go back to the episode to look at that.
And they never got married. They never got married.
Still to this day.
Till this day.
Don't do it, lady.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. I always say this, man. I feel like women have been fighting so long for equality, and with every chance that they get to actually grab it, they run away from it. Like, something like this is a great chance for women to grab some equality and say, hey, we can be equal to the man in this sense. And they're like, nope, I still want to be treated like a lady. Like, I still want to be, like, you know what I'm saying?
But what goes through a man's mind? Because you know what's so crazy? I actually seen this happen, right? And I think you've seen this happen too in Quorum, where the girl proposed to the guy, God rest his soul, and he said yes. He was happy. You don't know who I'm talking about?
I'm trying to think. Now you said
Barkim. His girlfriend proposed to him.
Oh.
Right? So we've seen this happen. We've actually seen this happen where a girlfriend has proposed to the guy and the guy has said yes. Right? And they were happy about it. And they were cool. So, I mean.
Nah.
Sometimes a nigga needs that little shove. He be on the fence.
He had the ring like this. They was like, yeah. So that's, if they know that
with you saying those names, I can't make my full comment on him. Because
Okay.
that is my brother. I love him.
And yes, we love him. He's a great guy.
But the other niggas fuck with that. I don't care.
That's wild. I don't know.
So it's a real thing. It's a real thing in this millennium where women are proposing to their significant others after a long amount of time. I don't know why people feel the need to do this. I don't know. You know why I don't understand? And I always say like I'm a different type of woman. I never understood this because I never been one for titles, like to be thirsty for a title. Like I'll tell you, we were together 10 years prior to, and 10 years prior to be married. Do you think I claimed him as my husband or my hubby? Absolutely fucking not.
No.
He was like, I'm getting too old to be, introduced as your boyfriend. That ain't my fucking problem. So, is that not true, Al? Did I play that shit? I ain't never faked the funk for nobody.
No, you kept it above.
I ain't never do it. Nope, that's my boyfriend. How long y'all been together? 10 years. 10 years, bitch, he's still a boyfriend. And did I do wifely shit? No. You got most. When I got married, he was like, how come you didn't do this shit before when I was married? Nigga, you So I've never been one to fake the fucking funk as far as, oh, this is my hubby. I never play that type of shit. No, the fuck it ain't. I never.
That's a fact. And I think that's important to not do that. I think it's important to, and again, I'm not one that's big on like paperwork. I ain't one to say like, if you don't got paperwork, then you ain't married. No, I think that if you have an agreement with your significant other and y'all agree that y'all are married.
Except when we talk about polygamy.
Even in that, no, wait. Even in that aspect, if you talk about polygamy, it's the same thing. If you guys agree that y'all are married and y'all did that before God, who the fuck am I to question it? You don't have to have paperwork to be married. But in that same instance, and I'll tell you who we talking about. I believe you talking about my dad. If you would ask anyone in that scenario at the time, none of them would have said, that's my wife, or that's my husband, or that's my wife. They would have said, that's my friend, that's my girlfriend. None of them would have said, I'm married to that person at that time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
He wound up marrying. Wait, don't say her name. But he wound up marrying one later on down the line. But they weren't married at the time when that situation was going on. So that's why I say it wasn't political.
But the love was still there. That's what I'm saying. That's why I took out the word marriage and put relationship, because if you take out the title, it's still the same scenario.
It has to be an agreement between those two people. At the end of the day, those two people have to say, yes, that's my husband. Yes, that's my wife. As long as that happens,
they believe that they were in a relationship.
You know what I'm saying? Relationship and marriage are different, like you said. Once we got married, it was different, right? So you gotta give everybody that same. That's for everybody, no?
No, this bitches out here getting it all up in 3 years. They can't wait 3 years until they feel like they gotta cook and clean and do all this shit for a nigga and all this stuff. That's their boyfriend. There's lots of people that give away the milk and the whole cow and the fucking farm and all the other shit, and still 13 14 years later and ain't married.
Now you're right about that. Ain't had no
they be getting yeah.
Now you're right about that.
I wish I would claim something before it's ready. And I mean, when I brought that up is because I don't understand it, because most people, I feel maybe they get a little impatient. And they feel like, oh, we've been together 8 years, 9 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. I'm just going to propose to that nigga. I never felt the fucking need.
Facts.
But some people feel the need to be like, oh, I'm just going to do it for him.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what it is with that. Like, you're now pretty much, if I wasn't ready, you just proposed to me. And now, do I accept? Do I turn it down? Like, first of all, me personally, I would walk off. You would be embarrassed. Because
oh shit. And I believe you. And that's the crazy shit about it. Just know the bear, and the type of guy bear is, I fucking believe him. Like, I'm out.
I don't know what I would do. I would probably say yes, but then I'll probably have to have a conversation with her behind the scenes. Like, listen.
But Do you think most
Don't
people
do that.
say yes to like save face, not to embarrass the person?
Yeah, I think that's exactly why a lot of people say yeah. But we gotta have a conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's why the divorce rate is so high, because niggas just be saying yes to whatever.
And the crazy shit about it is you gotta listen. Maybe I felt like this way because of who I was raised for. Because the two ladies I was raised from, they were not married. And they were with my grandfather for a long time. Belle was with my grandfather for 20 years, 20-some odd years. They were not married. They lived in the same house and everything. But guess what? She never said it was her husband. She'd be like, that's my old lady. They had a term for that. Old lady.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a fucking time. They still never said I was his wife.
Facts.
And what the fuck is it gonna be wait 20 years and they don't want to marry you?
It's wild. It's wild.
Next.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
How long, as you for guys, how long would it take for you to propose? And now, I'm not talking about in your younger years, right? Now you're 20. Now,
Right.
in your 30s, how long would it take for you to propose to a woman? Or is it different per woman?
It's definitely different per woman.
Not for me.
Some bitches can get it in a day. Some people get proposed to in a day.
Nah, it can't be a day. Can't be a day.
I proposed within 2 years.
I got a checklist. If you meet the checklist in a month, I can propose in a month. If you meet the checklist in a year, I can propose in a year. But you gotta just meet the checklist. There's certain criteria for me, is all. Saint, you muted.
My point is, how long do you give a person time to check these things off? Like,
I see what you're saying. Before you all show up.
Right. If that be the case, if you have a checklist and you feel like this woman doesn't meet your checklist, why are you continuing a relationship with this person, knowing that you have no plans on marrying her due to these reasons?
It depends on I'll tell you why it depends. It depends on what I'm looking for at the current time. Like, if I'm just looking to have some fun right now, and I'm like, hey, I'm just going to have some fun, then, yeah, if you're fun at the moment, yeah, we'll just continue to have some fun, even though I know it won't continue.
Okay. My point for that is, if that be the case, and you clearly, because even if a woman doesn't tell you that they want a marriage, you clearly could tell that this is the type of woman who would want something more serious. Why not cut it off?
Because we have fun.
Yeah, that's just fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it that way, I guess. But she can cut it off too.
Because you have no intention.
She can cut it off too.
But she can't cut it off if she don't know she got a fucking checklist that she don't fucking meet. If you kept it real and be like, sis, you ain't the type of bitch I'm trying to marry at all, and these are the reasons why. And I think if you'd have told her that seriousness of or the reality of the situation, to say, listen, I like bitches that speak Spanish, you don't speak fucking Spanish, or something like that. Something you keep it fucking real.
Right. Now you
I like bitches that cook. Just be honest, but you can't be honest because you enjoying it and you having the fun, right? Because she's probably giving you the fucking cow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's probably cooking, doing some extra shit, picking up your laundry and shit you fucking enjoy.
Sometimes it be the smallest things, and like sometimes it could be like something as simple as you might think she a little too crazy, right? Or because she just get a little too attached or something like that. And she might check off everything else, right? But she just, she got that crazy side to it. So she can never be wife, right? Okay. You got like what you gonna tell her? Like, yo, you just a little too crazy, so I can't marry you. But deep down inside, she crazy.
Why can't you cut it off? That's selfish. Ben,
crazy
what's your
pussy,
thoughts?
good pussy.
You said, what's my thoughts on this?
Yes.
I'm way different. I'm what you would consider the Joker. So I like Harley Quinn, goddammit. I like crazy.
Oh, you like crazy? Yeah, I don't know. You know why I'm fucking crazy?
Would you tell a girl that she, like, listen, you can't be my girl, and I don't want you to be my girl. I don't want you to be my wife because you're just too plain. I like crazy shit.
I've done it. I've kept it real with chicks before, where it's like, I'll say one.
Because it wasn't fun no more.
He dropping it. Let me drop it. Let's name drop it.
I dropped the name. Her name was Quan. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met her I met her in Aqua Dose, whatever. She was a good girl.
Aqua Dose? What kind of old school nigga shit is that? Aqua Dose.
You know, so, but pretty much, you know what I'm saying, we was shopping, it was kicking it. You know what I'm saying? A little relationship. It wasn't even long, but I felt she was entirely too nice. So I told her, I said, I can't be because I know for a fact that I'm going to walk all over you. And
but why?
Because the fact that she's too nice, it felt like I could do whatever. If I could cheat, do you filthy, and you stay just because
that's wild.
Let me do this shit. I don't want that because then it's showing me your strength.
So she was down with polygamy before, right? Because that's what it sounded like. She's letting you do everything fuck you wanted before, and now,
right?
You never met a person that was just too nice. Like they are too.
I've met a person that was I felt was crazy because they were always trying. They never had a fault. They couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. Oh, I know how to do this. Oh, I know how to, but you don't know how to do every fucking thing. Yeah, like that type of shit. Like something is wrong here. Yeah.
So, and I didn't want to be that type. Like I said, to me, I didn't want to be that type of dude. I would feel like a sucker. Like I'm using you and abusing you, and you're gonna stay put. Like, why? I'd rather be real with it. Like, listen. Mm-hmm. And now look, she married. She got kids. She found her happiness. I'm happy.
I feel you. No, I feel you, but I never thought it was too nice. I have a question. You crazy.
How long did it take for you to tell her this?
Of course it happened after I hit, you know.
Exactly. But you probably knew that night, nigga, she was too nice.
He knew from the jump, like, nah, this ain't gonna work, but I.
Of course. It was no longer fun. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Once you hit, it's no longer fun. The fun was gone.
It's the thrill of the chase.
Exactly. So it's whatever whatever they get their fun out of. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas is just the chase. Once they hit it, that's it. Some niggas, it's the pussy until they get boring. Some niggas just hit some pussy till they get new pussy. And then once they get the new pussy, they're gonna dead it. That's just the way it is. But if that's your only piece, you're not gonna cut off the only piece until you get some new shit. Nah.
That's cold.
I did. I mean, I always kept like I said, like
you kept it real after, but that's you kept it real after.
Cause he had another piece lined up. You gotta understand.
Exactly. You can't do that, man. That's keeping it 100. That's just disposing of the shit you done. The disposing.
Nobody quit a job until they got another job lined up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
It was another situation where it was this chick who wanted to be my girl. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, like I deaded the situation because I knew I would never want to be with her. And this before I got to hit anything. Like I just knew, like, yo, you're not it. You know what I'm saying? You're not what I want. You're not what I'm looking for. You're just not. You're not for me. You know what I'm saying?
That don't count though, because you never wanted to be with her to begin with. She wanted to be with you. That's like a bitch she just had a crush on you. That don't count.
Yeah. So what about a bitch who you do want to be with, but not like that? Like I just want to hit. Like how this is. After I hit, I will tell you the truth.
Like the chick that I just want to hit. Honestly, I could show y'all the inbox, you know what I'm saying, old inboxes and shit. It's been times where I've told chicks, like, listen, this is all I want and this is all it's going to be. So, like.
But see, like.
Head, like, or something
not
like
to
that.
cut you off, but this is two types of dating out there, right? It's young nigga dating and it's older nigga dating. Young nigga dating is, I'm looking for pussy and if something happens to stick me, then I'ma stick with it. Where old nigga dating is, I'm looking for some shit to stick, and I'll take all this pussy until I find something to stick. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's a different type. Like when you were younger, the search is different. It's like you gonna take the pussy until you find some shit that make you want to be in a relationship. But now it's like you kind of looking for some shit, but you're gonna take the pussy because you need some pussy.
If you're 30, okay, do you think that they say if you're 30 and looking, that's it, it's a wrap? Can you be single after 30 and get back in a
30,
successful,
yes. 40
Yeah.
is tough.
successful?
It
Cause they
ain't
say
tough.
like they say you the crumbs. They say you damaged at 30.
40 is
Nobody want no
tough.
30.
50 is even
pops did
tougher.
it. My pops did it.
What, at
Okay.
40?
He ain't basically get into a relationship until I was already damn near almost 30.
With a younger woman or older?
I don't know how. Yeah, I think she's close to his age because she went to school with him.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's about right. Nah, it's tough, but it's
So I
it's
believe they
possible, but it's really tough because the odds, like, what are the odds of finding a good man that's in his 40s that's not already married? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the good men probably either already married, they dead, they locked up. Like,
He said, "Dang."
like, the good men got snatched up. Like, the 40-year-old niggas that's single, they either dogs or
Ooh,
they
child.
in some shit. They in the streets, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Or what if their first marriage just didn't work out?
That's possible. But then what's the chance of you
But
finding a
but
good
the
woman
reasons
at
would
40?
be.
The
But
good woman
the
have
point
snatched
is,
up.
because the point is, at 30, whatever those reasons are still there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever
Right.
reason your ex broke up with you, you're still that type of nigga. Like,
Facts.
for the most part, when you're at 30, it's not much changing at 30. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
At
right.
30, you hear older people say, I am who the fuck I am. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Like 30,
that's how I be feeling.
it's mad niggas that party they 20s away and now ready to settle down at 30. So that you're gonna find a lot of that. 40, that's what I'm saying, is getting a little bit tougher. 40, you gotta start dealing with niggas start dying too. Like 40, 50, the pool just gets a lot smaller.
Yeah, for me, it's just also, like I said, and which I agree. Like, I am what I am. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, if you know, or if I'm being upfront with you and showing you exactly what I am, it's now your choice. The ball is in your court now, whether you want to play the game or not. Like, do you want to game? You want to get off the bench, or, you know what I'm saying, come out LeBron James, Michael Jordan, whoever your favorite player is, or do you want to just say, you know what, that's it, I can't do it. Because like I said, at 30, you know what I'm saying, me being 33, I'm an upfront person. You know what I'm saying? I don't have cool, what people would say I don't have it. I told
people would say I don't have it.
I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? I can now agree that I am a control freak. You know what I'm saying? But it's more so.
What the fuck is a control freak? I don't even.
Like,
people say that, y'all be know what the fuck that mean.
Because it's more so like, it's not really like, people look at it like you trying to control that person, but it's not really controlling that person. It's if you've been through basically your trials and tribulations, you're now trying to control the outcome of it happening again. Maybe happening again, or even if the person is not even attempting to do it like that person done before, but your control freak to take over, where it's like, nah, like, you won't allow same patterns to hit, because you're gonna be like, nah, that shit's gonna happen again. So if I didn't like the feeling of it happened to me before, now I'm trying to control the outcome of it never happening again.
I get that. That's real. That makes sense.
So, but certain to other person in it, they're gonna be, oh, no, you're trying to control me. It's not really controlling you. It's controlling the outcome of, I see where you're going. That's going to get a horrible reaction from me, because this is what I've already experienced, or, you know what I'm saying, not even just from an ex-girl. Like, most people think, oh, this come from your ex. This is your ex. Nah, like, it's people in my life that fucking, you know what I'm saying, like, bullied me or said something to me that hurt me.
Right.
But now I've come to my point where I now have to basically shelter it and put up the big ass roadblock to show where I'll show you where you hurt me, because you're gonna try to weaponize it.
Facts.
Something against me.
That makes sense.
Like, I never seen America say, "Here, we made this chemical nuclear bomb. You take it, Russia, and then once we say this to you, you shoot that shit back at me.
Fact. Now, I get where you're coming from. But I guess to that other person, they don't look at the reason as to why. They look at the effect. So the effect does, either way, you are trying to control them. Even though it's not per se them, because they're the variable, it doesn't matter who's in that position. You're trying to control the position. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I get that.
But you know what's so crazy? When I think that dating at your 40s is probably going to be the best dating of your life.
Shit.
And the reason why I say that
it's going to be scary.
The reason why I say that is because I feel like when it comes to self-awareness, you don't really develop self-awareness until your 30s.
But yo,
you don't know, like Viet said, he just grasped the concept that he's controlling. Like, you know what, maybe I am controlling or some shit like that. But it took him 33 years to do this shit. So that's what I'm saying. In your 30s is really when you start to self-reflect and you look about all your relationships in your prior 20s and shit like that, your actions, and be like, damn, this is how it shaped me, and this is how my childhood shaped me. There's a lot of self-reflection in your 30s.
That maybe needs to happen. They dating off cell phones now, though. Like, how do you even do it?
But my point is about your best 30s. I feel like there should be a lot of the self-awareness that we get in our 30s should be the self-awareness that we get before going into any relationship. Because we be fucking people up.
Yeah.
Just self-discover, just by self-discovering.
Fact.
You know what I mean?
You want to know the funniest shit ever?
Yeah.
What happened?
The funniest part about me is I've only been in 2 serious relationships. So that's what makes it funny. It was only my baby mother and the one I'm married to now.
Yeah, sure, I know how that
Those are serious relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Shit, that's most people. Most people don't got too many serious ones. They got a little shit in betweens.
Yeah. Everything else is just a toy.
You say just a toy.
He's not claiming nobody else.
Facts. Yo, shit, we about to get out of here, man. We done been on here for sure. I don't know how the fuck long else we been on this bitch. We done cover everything we else got. Everything else we got to cover. Anybody think anything else, man? Last remarks.
Black-owned business. Oh, look, Bear and I are both wearing hats from Green Life.
Yes, Green Life Essentials. Very, very important. Listen, man, if y'all listening out there, man, support Green Life Essentials. Man, we make everything custom. We make custom rolling trays. You think about it, 420, we customize it. We can customize it for anything that you're particularly looking for, whether it's your logo, whether it's your picture, whether it's a message, cartoon, whatever it is you want to put on it, we can do it for you. Check us out. You can check out some of our work, man, but definitely Green
Any
Life.
other black business y'all wanna shout out?
We could shout out True Beauty Boutique. That's the homegirl Angel, you know what I'm saying? She doing her thing.
Where's she located?
She's in, I believe, Virginia, but that's where Mima got her glasses from. And one thing I can say is once she placed her order, that shit came direct. You know what I'm saying? Way black business operating. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what you have to learn.
Oh, so what does she sell? Because I thought it was a beauty salon. What does she sell? Sell? Shout her out.
From what I've seen, she sells, sunglasses. She sells bathing suits.
Yes.
So it's like a regular boutique. You know what I'm saying? I guess that the women go to. You know what I'm saying?
Shit man, check them out for sure.
For the pussy, not the coochie.
I don't know if anybody know about my boy Durkin Lima. You know what I'm saying? He's an author. You know what I'm saying? He out there. He got his book on Amazon. Random. Go pick that up. That young black man. Because he
out random.
How many authors do you know? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Also, y'all need a portrait done. If y'all need a portrait done, if y'all need, you know what I'm saying, nice painting of you, of a loved one, go holler at my boy King Henry Jr. You know what I'm saying? King Henry, he out there. He doing his portrait thing. He got celebrities going over him right now. He getting shouted out by Hot 97, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Especially at the joint Pop Smoke. Go look him up, man. Get you a portrait done. He's you know what I'm saying, he works good on the prices with you. He ain't trying to kill your pockets. He trying to give you great quality service.
That's a fact. Man, we support all our black-owned businesses, man. If you gotta buy, if you can buy, try to buy it black. That's very, very important. We got to keep the dollars within our community, and we got to empower ourselves economically. Financial freedom is really the only freedom that we could possibly have. And to a certain extent, I'm just going to close with this, y'all. I ain't going to even let y'all rebut what I'm saying. I kind of not agree with what Kanye was saying, because I kind of think he fucked up where he was discrediting one of our black figures in Harriet Tubman. But his thought process, and I guess what he was saying with her not freeing slaves, is why would we be fighting for freedom now in 2020 if she freed slaves? I guess the thought process is she didn't give us financial freedom. So financial freedom is the freedom that we need, and we do that by buying black. I think
that there's levels to freedom, and I think that she definitely was the entryway to freedom, and we just have to take it from there. But she definitely freed the blacks. Okay?
I agree with you.
Because there was no financial gain.
I agree with you. It's just a different perspective is all, but I agree with you.
I thought I was going to have to call Kim and have the hospital pick you up, nigga.
Allen, if you're out there on Long Island, you looking...
Yes, support Jennifer.
You know what I'm saying? Go over there to that backyard barbecue, man. Go get some of that good-ass barbecue. Archie and Kenny Webb, man, they doing their motherfucking thing over there. I salute them young brothers. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. The food is great. I've had it before. I vouch for it. It's like Pepsi. It's a brand name. I definitely stand behind it. And when I touch in New York, I will be at Backyard Barbecue yet again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's it, man. Just Listen Podcast, episode 106. We out. Appreciate you.
Bye.